Y'all too awesome. Listen, right now, man, I just want to take just a quick little time to discuss the word with you guys, man. So, I don't know if we can do this. Can y'all just kind of sit down where you're at real quick? I know, man, concerts, man, they get kind of tiresome sometimes, you know. And when you're like me and you're just like running around, I ain't even got to White Rags yet. I'm gonna go crazy. Y'all can run with me if you want to. Listen, man, I want to share with y'all something. The reason why I do this. I'm just gonna need your attention real quick. The reason why I do this thing, guys, it's not about the songs. The reason why I write the songs the way I do, man, is because I want you guys to listen. I want you guys to listen to the message of the song. I'm about to do a song that's really, really crystal clear when it comes to the gospel. And I come to churches, man, I do this kind of stuff, but I don't ever want to take for granted that somebody is here and is not born again. Now, let me just, out of a show of hands, how many of y'all have ever given you've given your life to Jesus before? Just raise your hand. Just raise your hand real quick. You ever given your life to the Lord? All right, put your hand. Places that I go, man, I ask that, and there's a lot of people who say that exact same thing. In fact, you could probably go to the person down the street and ask them and say, hey, are you a Christian? Yeah. That's what they'll tell you. Yeah, I'm a Christian. Unless they're just like straight up hardcore atheists, you know what I mean? With like the upside down like star of the circle, like on their belly, like devil for life kind of deal, you know? But most people, I'd say about 8 out of 10 people, you ask them, hey man, are you saved, man? You giving your life to the Lord? Oh yeah. Yeah, man, yeah. Oh, well, when did you do it? When did you do that, man? Oh, well, like my mom, man, she used to take me to church. My mom used to take me to church, right? I didn't really want to go, you know what I'm saying? But she's like one of those moms that pulls you by the ear. And y'all can kind of see my mom pulled me by the ear like that. It pulled up like in both directions when I was small. So don't mess with my age. My mom and dad are actually pastors. And so, you know, I was in church all the time. I was in church all the time. Before they were senior pastors, they were associate pastors and all this other stuff. So I was in church even when I was little. You know, the earliest I can remember, I was in church. And I want to let you know something. That a lot of times people who are in the church, man, they need Jesus. They're raised up there, man. They have good parents and all that other stuff. They need Jesus. Because Jesus didn't just come to die for the drunk people, the people who are having sex outside of marriage, the people who are druggies, the alcoholics, the killers. He didn't just come for them. He came for us. He came for you. He came for you. And this song is called Save Us because we all need saving. And the song basically talks about all of us coming under the wrath of God. What did Jesus save you from? You ask somebody, hey, are you saved? Yeah, I'm saved. What are you saved from? Hell? That's probably what they'll say, right? Hell? Oh, really? But most unbelievers think that hell is going to be a party. You know that, right? And most unbelievers think hell is going to be like this cool thing, man. And I'm going to just get down, man. I'm just going to get down, man. It's going to be awesome. Not understanding that the Bible says the wages of sin is death. So let me ask you something. How many of you guys have ever in your life, how many of you guys have ever lied before? Okay, some of you don't have your hands up and you're lying right now. Okay, put your hands down. How many of you guys have ever cheated before? You ever cheated on a test or cheated on something? Okay, for sure. The Bible says if you look at a person, male or female, with lustful intentions in your heart, you committed adultery. How many of y'all have ever done that before? Some of y'all don't want to admit that. How many of y'all looked at a person with lust in your heart before? I mean, all y'all people who are like in love with the vampire, what was his name? The werewolf dude? No? Guys, especially, we're honest with ourselves, all of us have done that. Listen, how many of you guys have ever, because the Bible says, if you hate your brother, it's like committing murder in your heart. You hate your brother. How many of you guys have just had a grudge against somebody before? How many of you guys have ever had a grudge against somebody? Ugh. Guys, you know we're like almost halfway through the commandments right now, right? We're like almost halfway through. The Bible says that all of us, every last one of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So what does that mean? That means that the wages of sin is death. How many of y'all know what a wage is? Somebody shout out to me what a wage is. How many of y'all know what a wage is? Okay, like if I say something like minimum wage, what does wage mean? The what? The payment? What you earned, right? The payment for sin is death. So we've all sinned in this room. So God has to give me a payment. It's like you sin and God writes you out a check. Sign to, what's your name? Chelsea? Sign to Chelsea. Death. There you go. You don't want it, right? With your hat? She's like, ah. The payment for sin is death. So unless something happens with us, unless somebody pays for that, dude, we're dead and gone. We're dead and gone. Because all of us have done it. I've sinned multiple occasions, you know what I mean? And God, even after you come to Christ, you know, sometimes we still slip up. And God in His mercy and His grace restores us. But we all sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And so here's the thing. That has to be paid for, but I thank God for Jesus. How many of y'all thank God for Jesus? Thank God for Jesus. Thank God for His blood. Thank God for His mercy. So while you're sitting there, this is not a song, you know, to kind of get hyped to, but it's a song to worship God. You know what I mean? It's to worship God. Because in and of ourselves, man, we're sinful, but God is so holy. And He calls us to be holy. He's made a way for us to be in fellowship with Him. So it's called Save Us.